US LawShield member David Edmondson protected himself from a violent attack that could have easily ended in tragedy. He is one of many members who credits our independent program attorneys and US LawShield with making the aftermath of their self-defense shooting incidents easier to navigate. Here's the conclusion of his story.
I bought the pistol with the hope that I'd never use it, other than target practice. I was just defending myself. We all have that right? You think you do, but the police that show up don't know what you were doing, right? As far as they're concerned, you're the bad guy. I was the suspect. You've just been violently attacked by somebody completely at random, and now you're the suspect? If you're in an incident where you use your firearm, you call 911. The next call is to US LawShield. Consider this was Saturday, holiday weekend, 4th of July, 2:15 a.m. I'm gonna call and get somebody on the line? A guy answered the phone. Oh, thank God. I told him what happened. Doug was in Colorado. I was in California, so we talked on the phone, and he went in the other room and talked to the detective, and then the detective brought the phone back and said, you know, you're free to talk to your attorney again. So we talked, and then he told me, you know, they're prepared to release you, but they need a statement from you. And he said, you're safe telling your story. I'll be on speakerphone with you. And he said, if I hear anything or you feel uncomfortable, you can stop the interview. You can ask me a question. So it was like having him right there. It was great. He said, they're ready to release you. And then I started shaking. Can't believe I'm gonna get to go home. In my case, the evidence was pretty clear. I think I would have been released, but I hate to think would have happened or could have happened if I didn't have an attorney. What are you gonna do if you didn't have that? Are you gonna start asking the police for a phone book? You're gonna go through the yellow pages and look for an attorney at 2:15? It's rather terrifying. You've done everything you could to avoid that situation, and then you're the target of possible prosecution. Scary stuff. If you defend yourself and you think that's the end of the problem, that's probably the start of a whole new part of the problem. Doug was just so reassuring. I'm so grateful for US LawShield. I can't imagine what would have happened without that, but I'm never not gonna be a member.
Here's Kirk Evans.
At US LawShield, we're passionate about defending the constitutional rights of firearm owners, and we want to help them understand the responsibilities that come with those rights. If you're ever forced to defend yourself or your family, it's important to be prepared. Our members receive 24/7, 365 access to our attorney-answered emergency hotline. Local self-defense attorneys on call to legally defend you and your rights. Immediate, privileged access to an attorney for defense in criminal or civil cases, or legal advice at no additional cost. Unlimited access to our firearms and self-defense educational resources, access to our non-emergency helpline for legal questions, and legal updates relevant to you and your family. We never want you to be caught off guard. It's important to us that you get the coverage you need.
If someone near you is ever injured from an accidental discharge or during a self-defense incident, it's crucial that you can provide them with first aid quickly, confidently, and without fear of defending yourself in court. By joining US LawShield, you'll receive the following member benefits valued at over $175 at no additional fee. This member benefit will give you the education, tools, and legal protection you need to provide life-saving aid. This package includes our First Aid for Gunshot Wounds online course and handy field guide that will educate you on how to treat different kinds of life-threatening gunshot wounds. This field guide is written by Dwayne McBride, a military vet and first responder with more than 21 years of field experience as an emergency medical paramedic and combat medic, and Rick Hamasfar, MD, an award-winning battlefield medicine expert who has trained elite special operations and SWAT medics to save lives in the most extreme conditions. This guide provides real-world guidance that will help you stop bleeding fast, stabilize the victim, control shock until EMS arrives, and so much more. The course and guide are easy to understand, and no previous medical training is required. You'll also get our easy-to-carry gunshot wound urgent care kit, complete with the very same life-saving gear trusted by first responders, including gauze, tourniquet, dressings, and much more. But that's not all. US LawShield members who complete the First Aid for Gunshot Wounds online course receive Good Samaritan coverage at no extra cost. This coverage provides legal representation in defense of any criminal or civil proceeding arising from your provision of emergency aid after a self-defense or accidental discharge incident. Join right now, and as part of your membership, you'll get access to the First Aid for Gunshot Wounds online course, our Gunshot Wound Field Guide with expert guidance, this Gunshot Wound Urgent Care Kit with everything you see here, and Good Samaritan coverage from US LawShield once you've completed the course online. This life-saving package is valued at more than $175 and will be shipped to you absolutely free. Be prepared, be equipped, and be protected. Scan the QR code in class today and receive all of this with your membership, along with your free Gunshot Wound Urgent Care Kit from US LawShield.